Good morning. So, the thumbnail that you see for today's video is a lie. It's not real. What had happened was I filmed this video last week, and when I was going in to edit it, I realized that half of it was out of focus, and the lighting was awful, and then the angle was weird. So I told myself, okay, you're gonna get up, I told myself I was gonna put on makeup. No. And you're gonna refilm it because I didn't like the way that it looked. So here we are. I woke up about 30 minutes ago. I literally woke up like this, except like I put on a shirt and some earrings, and I brushed my teeth and moisturized my face and took off my bonnet. But other than that, this is it. So, we are going to go over my April wrap-up, so all the books that I read in April. And I do have my little, journal, planner. It's a planner with my ratings, so let me get that open. First book is Beautiful Bad by Annie Ward. This is about a couple named Maggie and Ian, and the opening chapter opens up on a murder. A murder has taken place, and so the book kind of goes through juggling past and present, both with Maddie and Ian's current relationship, and then in the past, like how they met through Maddie's friend Joe. This is one of the ones where the ending was very unexpected. I definitely didn't see it coming, and I did really enjoy the book. I give this one a 3 stars, maybe like a 3.5. It was pretty good, and I will go ahead and keep it because I can definitely see myself rereading it. Then we have Catch Me by Lisa Gardner. This is a D.D. Warren novel, and I typically like her D.D. Warren novels. This one wasn't one of my favorites though. I gave this one a 3. It's about a woman named Charlene Grant, and every year, I think for the past 2 years, on the same day, one of her friends has been killed. And so it's a new year. She knows that she's up next, so she enlists the help of D.D. Warren to try to catch this killer and try to figure out who it is, because she has no idea who it is. So for this one, it was okay. The ending, it was a twist, like it was a surprise, but I just wasn't really blown away by the surprise. I was just kind of like, okay. So I wasn't really invested too much in the characters in this one, so I will be giving it away. I feel like I need to adjust my ratings because I liked Beautiful Bad and I gave that a 3.5. I didn't really care for Catch Me, but I gave that a 3. And to be continued. My ratings always change, and I wanted to go from like the 10 to a 5 just because 10, there's so much gray room. But maybe I need to go back to a 10-point rating. I'm not sure. Next, we have The Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, I think so. I'm pretty sure. So this one is about a girl named Mare Barrow. She is a red blood. She's regular human, aka a slave to the Silvers. Silverbloods are royalty. Their blood is silver, and they have special powers. So this book pretty much starts when Mare Barrow she's like summoned to some sort of event where she's a server. Her life is threatened, and then it's found out that she has powers, but she's a red blood. So Emma kind of follows her journey. She does have to basically like protect herself in and out of court life and things like that. It was pretty good. I gave it a 3.5 stars, so I did enjoy it. And I think there are 2 more books, so I do want to get those, and I want to get them in this collector's edition because it has really pretty sprayed edges. It's a lot of red, but whatever. But yeah, I'm excited for this one. I do want to get the other books in this series, but I have so many other books to read right now that I'm going to wait. Next, we have Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This one is the Book of the Month edition. I was really excited to read this, and it took me forever to get through it. It was very, very slow, and it wasn't until about like 60% through the book that it finally picked up for me. but I gave this one a 3. For me right now, it's just kind of average. I will go and try to read it again just because so many people have given it, like, I think the average rating on Goodreads is like a 4.6. But this is about a girl named Galaxy Stern, Alex for short, and she is part of a society named Leave, and it's at Yale. It's a secret society, and the purpose of this society is to keep all of the other secret magic societies in line, to make sure they're not overstepping their boundaries, they're not breaking any of the rules when it comes to using magic. There are certain terms in here that I wasn't really familiar with, but I think they're terms that the author herself kind of just applied to the situation. For example, Alex's name is Dante. I don't know. So their names are their code names: Dante, Oculus, Virgo, something with a V. And at the end, I was like, oh, okay, like that was cool. But since it took me so long to get there, my rating was affected. I will give it another chance just because I'm thinking maybe I missed something. Everyone else is like really, really enjoying it. So, yeah, maybe in fall I'll reread it again. I don't know. I don't have my fan on because I have to talk. It's hot. Then we have Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. I loved this book. I gave this one a 4. It had taken me a really long time to basically start reading it. I've had it for a while. It is pretty well known for its pictures, to try to like kind of put you into the story, but it's about this boy named Jacob, and after his grandfather dies, he travels to this island that his grandfather says he kind of grew up on, and his grandfather always told him stories of the peculiar children and showed him photographs. Jacob didn't think it was real at first, but then when he gets to the island, he finds the peculiar children and he really starts to bond with them. But then he realizes that someone is after these children, and it's a pretty cool adventure story. There definitely are more books, and I do want to get them. I can't believe it took me so long to start reading this, but I really, really enjoyed it. But I really, really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to get the next ones. Then we have Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This is about Selena Sardothian. She's an assassin, and this opens up with her basically coming out of exile. She was sentenced to work in the salt mines for her crimes, and they pulled her out because there is a competition to be the king's champion, aka the king's assassin, and she was like the best assassin in the world. She's only like 18 or 19, something like that. She's really young. So it follows her and how she's navigating court life and the competition as well. It's pretty good. I actually really liked it. I gave it a 4 stars. Now, the last book in this series I think came out last year. It was called Kingdom of Ash, but I wanted to make sure that I liked this book before I went and bought the whole box set. So now that I am going to go ahead and get the box set eventually. As I said, I have so many books. I just bought like I think 10 more books, so we're gonna wait on that. But I did really, really like Throne of Glass. And then next we have the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy by Laini Taylor. This first book follows a human girl named Carew and her friend Susanna. Now, Carew lives in Prague. She is quite a mystery. She doesn't know who her parents are, but her family is a set of chimera. So animals kind of melded together, different animals melded together. So she knows that she's grown up with these people, Brimstone and Issa and I think Yazri and Twigga, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, she runs errands for Brimstone, getting him the things that he needs to keep his shop running. But something happens. And after that something happens, Carew stumbles upon a world that she never knew existed and that she never imagined. This book in this world is awesome. I don't know how Laini Taylor did it. It deals with angels, it deals with demons, aka chimera, and it's great. The first book is my favorite. I gave this one a 5 stars. And then the second book is Days of Blood and Starlight, which I still liked. Carew got on my nerves in this one though. She was being difficult and I didn't like it. So I gave this one a 4. And then the last book is Dreams of Gods and Monsters, and this one I gave a 4 as well. I wanted a little bit more for the ending, but it was still a great book, great trilogy. It's a really cool world to escape to because it's so different than this world we're living right now. So yeah, I definitely recommend. And then the last book I read was Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. So this is the first one in the Infernal Devices series. Now, I read this when I was younger, right after I read the Mortal Instrument series, and it was really hard for me to let go of the Mortal Instrument characters. So therefore it was really hard for me to connect with the Infernal Devices characters, and I didn't like it and I didn't want to keep reading it, but I wanted to give it another try. So I read this one and I really enjoyed it. I gave this one like a 3.5 to a 4. I thought it was pretty good. It follows Tessa, who is seemingly human, but then she finds out that she has like powers. And so this takes place, I think, in 1878, sometime in the 1800s. In London, and it just follows Tessa and her journey and how she meets Shadowhunter. She meets Will Herondale, and so it kind of goes with that. Now there are 2 other books in the series that I am working on, and I will probably include those in my next month's wrap up. But yeah, this one was pretty good. I'm glad I decided to reread it. Okay, so that is it for the month of April. I read 10 books, which I think is pretty good. Have you guys been reading during quarantine? Have you been, like, what are your hobbies? I like to read, I like to sew, waiting to buy a sewing machine because all the sewing machines are sold out, and there's one that I really, really, really want, and I'm gonna wait for that. But yeah, leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you think. You guys have any reading goals for this year or anything like that? I hope you guys are staying safe and keeping busy and all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa.